So we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
We got new audio. It's going to sound totally different.
It is going to be weird, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Should be doable.
This is Everything Has to Go, Movers Podcast. I'm Bennett, White Oak, and I'm going to stop there for a specific reason.
Very cool. We also got Kyle, the drywall assassin, a.k.a. Swamp Ash, a.k.a. Fredward Coleslaw.
All right. Yeah, we're so it's just the two of us because we're in Cedar City. Get it with the wood?
Yeah.
All right, I'm proud of myself. Boom. But we are on a long haul actively at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
We drove all day.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Started at 9 o'clock. Got here at what, like 8:30, 8:45?
Yeah, something like that. It is now 10:34.
We're in Utah, and I always forget that we're in Utah until we've been here for a few hours, and I go, where am I going to get alcohol?
Yeah.
The only liquor store in town is closed. Applebee's is luckily open till 11, so we went there and got our mandatory meal with our drink.
Uh-huh.
We were going to eat anyway, but I was reading the rules. You have to have a meal if you order beer.
Yep.
And
they were being a little weird about that.
Yeah. I've never had to show my ID so many times for one alcoholic beverage.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the alcoholic beverage that I chose was a blue margarita made with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's tequila. So, you know,
yeah, they had to make
keep
sure
that under lock and key around here, I'm sure.
Had to be legit. Oh, man. Our drive was pretty uneventful today.
Yeah, not too bad.
Well, at the very beginning of the drive. So we were going to start our drive yesterday, but there was a big old snowstorm, and, you know, we're driving over the mountains. So we started today instead because we had an extra day already worked into it. And for whatever reason, the aerodynamics on those mirrors make all the splashy, gross mud go right onto it. I've never had that bad of a problem before. Mm-hmm. But there's like points where it's like, I can't see out of my mirrors.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried to use water and a little napkin to wipe it off of there, and it just made it infinitely worse. So I had to pull over. But
that was tragic. Yeah, had to pull over several times just to wipe the mirrors down.
Yeah. Safety first, all right?
Yeah, it's not like a car where you can look over your shoulder or something. Like I was telling you earlier too, I-70 is what we were on.
Yep.
I've never been to the end of I-70 before where it hits I-15, and we made it there and it was dark, so I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
We might see it on the way back though. That'd be nice.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that was pretty unfortunate, that last little stretch after lunch, because, yeah, a lot of that was looking real cool, but
yeah, it
was a little too dark to actually see a lot of it, unfortunately.
I tried to snap a couple pictures before it got too dark. We'll try to include them here. So I guess to explain this portion of the podcast a little more, so this is going to be a 4-day trip because we're going out to California. I don't think we said where we were going yet.
No, not yet.
But we'll bring it up in the next one when we're there. But we're going to do little segments here since it's only the two of us. We're going to do like a 15-minute segment each night, and we're going to put them all together, and it'll be like a complete long-haul story.
Yeah.
So
come down the rabbit hole with us. See how well or poorly it goes. Only time will tell. Yeah,
we won't know until we get to the unload tomorrow how bad it's going to be. No basements in California, though.
Yeah.
Or at least where we're going in California. So at least we don't have to go downstairs. I bet there's an upstairs.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see.
But we will find out.
Yeah.
It would be real nice if it was like a legit actual ranch, like not ranch with a basement, like all the
just a one-floor flat.
Collins. Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be nice?
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's not too much in there that's real bad, other than a big old dresser that's real loaded down and a big old smoker grill thing that kind of sucked.
Well, like I was asking you earlier, where does the holiday stuff go when you don't have a basement?
We're hoping garage.
Oh, yeah. I think they have a crawl space or something.
Yeah, worst case, some sort of shed back in the construction zone or whatever. Who knows?
Oh, and I'm going to find you whichever put that screaming monster in the fucking storage unit because it was just yelling at us all day.
The only person I know for sure, Brad said Boot was on the...
That's a real Boot move.
Yeah. I could see that being him.
Oh, man.
But we'll see.
And I guess to date this podcast a little bit is, we listened to a bunch of podcasts on our way.
True.
And it's right when Ukraine's getting invaded, so there's plenty of good stuff to listen to. Usually, if you just have a radio in the middle of nowhere, you play the game, are you going to get classic rock, Christian rock, or there's another one. Those are your only two choices, really.
Country.
There you go. That's the third one.
The Preacher Channel or whatever.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine being a trucker even 20 years ago.
No.
It would be so boring.
I mean, I imagine that's why CB's got super huge. They're probably just so bored all the time. Just being able to talk to each other was way more interesting than being I guess I'll listen to this country song for the 80 millionth time today before I blow my brains out.
They just got that new 8-track. How many songs does that have? Come on.
If the name is any indication, 8.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. This hotel's pretty nice compared to most.
Yeah.
It's got real weird angles and stuff.
Very interesting setup. The TV is kind of in a nonsensical spot. I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense that you could angle it, but it's weirding me out.
Yeah, we have a whole office space over here, and then the bed's on the other side of the wall, and then the TVs are right in the middle.
Quote-unquote kitchen with there's some pretty sweet craftsmanship up there if you haven't looked at that.
I did see a little chopped down piece of wood. Yeah.
There must have been a bigger microwave in there or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm a little confused. I'm also semi-surprised that... I mean, I guess I shouldn't be... that being Utah and all that, but I did check all the drawers and there's no Bible in here, so...
Really?
Yeah.
There's got to be a Bible in here. There's no way there's not a Bible in here.
Not that I could find. Maybe somebody took it. I don't know.
Hey, the Gideons need to get on their shit. Where's my Bible?
Somebody's slacking, is what I'm saying.
It's definitely not the Mormons. Actually, I feel like you get the Gideon Bible and a Mormon Bible.
See, yeah, that's why I was surprised there was nothing, because I expected, there would at least be one or the other. Maybe we got to Joseph Smith it and dig in the carpet and we'll find some golden plates or something.
We'll definitely need to find someone who can read that. I'm sure there's plenty of people around here. When we were at the Applebee's and they had all the people on the wall, all the local sports team, and it's there's not a single minority in any of these sports teams.
8 pictures of basketball and volleyball and soccer teams, and not one.
The local Cedar City High School or whatever.
It's been an interesting day for food too. That other spot that we stopped in, wherever that was, Green River.
That sounds right. Yeah, Green River.
The Chow Hound was not bad.
Yeah, I tried to see if it was a chain, and I couldn't get a definite answer. I've never seen one before.
Well, they had hats and stuff, and I don't know. It seemed like it could have been chainy, but not totally sure.
They also had those goofy vending machines with the silly stickers, and the claw machine and stuff.
And no bathroom.
No bathroom. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
There was one road in that town, and we drove down the whole thing.
Sure did.
And
there was a converted gas station that was now a taco truck stop. Kind of.
Oh, yeah, they just parked the taco trucks under the awnings at the gas station.
It's pretty interesting.
Heck, yeah. That's good stuff. It just has been a relatively uneventful day. We started at 9.
Yeah.
And pretty tired, even though it wasn't, physically strenuous.
Yeah, it's a different type of tiring.
Yeah.
It's just very monotonous.
Yeah, it sure is. It's a real nice drive, though, over the mountains. If you've never been over 70, you see all the mountains, and then even coming into Utah, there's still a whole bunch of steeps and mesas and stuff like that.
There's some cool canyons and stuff that we went over to.
Yeah.
And then we got into the land of the billboards around Beaver, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen more billboards in a shorter span, but...
It's, for For those of you in Fort Collins, it's like when you first get into Wyoming, it's that strip of just billboards, but even more.
Yeah, and closer together.
So many billboards. Oh, I meant to look it up. There's I think it was BYU TV or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to look that up because it said it was free and for everybody. Mm-hmm. I'll be the judge of that.
Right. What was... Oh, yeah, the other kind of neat thing that we saw, I think that was still in Colorado, wasn't it? Like right outside of Grand Junction was where that little like wakeboard park was.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was like a lake with a bunch of ramps, or probably a reservoir is the proper term, but with a whole bunch of ramps and stuff in it.
Like and zip lines and like weird, I don't know. It looked cool.
Yeah, get towed behind a boat and just go off some jumps in Colorado.
Some backflips and whatever.
Bust my ass.
Yeah.
Really, we're pretty close to time here on the first one. It's relatively uneventful.
Yeah, I think we've said it all.
Yeah, well, we'll check in tomorrow with an update on how the unload goes.
I'm sure we'll have a lot more to go over at that point.
Yeah, I bet. Because we're going deep into Cali, too. Yeah, we're going, was it Beaumont?
Yep.
Is the city. So, yeah, you get to kind of follow our journey and stay tuned for the next part. We'll see you then. Cut. Okay, like I said, here we go. I guess we don't really need to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
You know who we are. You know what we're doing, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, if you listen to the first. Yeah. We are in Barstow.
That is correct.
Okay,
yes.
Barstow, California. We went from Cedar City to Beaumont, California to Barstow. So we've been at it for I guess we're done now, but we were at it for like 13 hours today. That's been a bit of a long one.
Yeah. I guess, do we want to go chronologically from the beginning of the day to the end, or do we go backwards? Or
that's probably our best bet, because I'm super disorganized right now. I'm trying to remember.
So yeah, we started off the morning seeing the most Utah billboard that ever existed. The been in a wreck? Oh my heck.
Oh my heck. That's right, yeah. That's, for a lawyer in Utah. Oh man. They put heck on a billboard.
Heck.
Can you believe they let that happen?
Couldn't get any alcohol because there was only one liquor store, but you can put heck on a billboard.
The world we live in. I guess we pretty much just drove through Utah pretty uneventfully. Once again, it was all places I've never been, so that was pretty cool. And it was during the day, so we could look around and stuff.
Driving through Vegas during the day was interesting. I've never done that before. I think every other time I've been through there, it's been at least evening or nighttime-ish. Yeah.
I've only ever flown in and stayed there. I've never actually driven by like that or anything. It was pretty cool coming, like, you like go between like two little mountains and around a corner, and then boom, in the middle of fucking nowhere, there's a big-ass city with a whole bunch of huge-ass buildings and stuff. And that had a lot more than oh my heck on those billboards.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Basically pornography.
Lots of adult-themed imagery and words and whatever else.
Did see that new Raiders stadium, though. That shit looks fancy as hell.
Very big. Very, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it would be like... I mean, I guess it does make sense location-wise, but yeah, I did not expect it to be like right there off the highway, too.
It almost reminded me of Denver, because you have the stadium right there, and they even have Meow Wolf like up the street off the highway. I was like, wait a second. It's all the same shit.
Are we going the wrong way? Damn it.
Yeah, did we turn around? Oh, I guess a good note, too, is we started at 8 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Time, and it was 8 degrees out. And as we kept going towards California, it just kept getting warmer and warmer and warmer. I think it ended up being about 60 by the time we got there, but we'll get to that point.
Yeah.
Because we went through Nevada very briefly, too. Like 15 is like a couple hours.
We cut 2 very tiny corners. You got the, like, I think we were in Arizona for all of 15 minutes, and then we were in Nevada for probably, I don't know, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And then California, which is very beautiful country. It was pretty cool because it went from like steeps and desert and stuff, and then you went to just straight desert, and then you started to get like shrubs and shit. And as you keep going along, it gets greener and greener, and then you go to like Death Valley, and there's absolutely nothing. We didn't go in Death Valley, but drove by it.
Between that and whatever the Mojave something or other.
Yeah,
preserve.
It was definitely the middle of the fucking desert. There ain't shit there. Yeah, as we got closer to the coast, though, everything started getting more green, and there started to be more people and stuff. What was the town we stopped in? Victorville?
Victorville.
Yeah, Victorville. We got some In-N-Out.
As you would.
Yeah, you might as well while you're here. Every single town I noticed on our way back has at least one In-N-Out off the highway from where we were at. That place is okay. There's
definitely one, like, just down the street from where we are now as well. I did notice that.
Yeah, saw that. That was that's probably been 6 hours of our day so far. Just kind of driving, took lunch, drove to the unload. I know it's like a stereotype, and you hear it from everybody, but I think California does have the worst drivers.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's spectacular.
Especially that stretch after lunch for you, and then the exact opposite on the way
the
back.
other direction, yeah.
To here for me too, because of course then it was dark by then. And there was a major slowdown. There's people driving on the fucking shoulder with their hazards on, and then they would run into like another car that's actually parked there and legitimately having a problem, and they'd have to like merge back in, and then they'd just swerve back out and start fucking going down the shoulder again.
There was
assholes, just assholes.
There was a semi-truck going backwards. I don't think did he have his reverse lights on even?
No,
I think he was just rolling backwards.
He was either just idling backwards, or maybe the hazards were the same as his reverse lights, so they didn't seem. I don't know, but yeah, either way, just backing down the shoulder of the highway for whatever fucking reason. I have no idea.
Like I was telling you earlier too, I've driven coast to coast in these fucking trucks. I've driven through San Francisco in these trucks, and Southern California has the worst drivers ever. And I'm going to call out Harrison because that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I hope he listens to it just because I wanted to make fun of him.
I mean, he did immediately react to and comment on my picture of the In-N-Out that I posted. So, I mean, I know he's got his finger on the pulse of the whole California trip. He was very broken up about not being able to come, but it's his own fault because he didn't show up to the meeting where they were asking who wanted to go. So there you go.
Yeah, no, when we were loading the truck, he's like, "Oh, I'll go," and I was like, "All right, good. I'm gonna stay home." And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "No. Sorry, man." Yeah, I bet he would have loved to come down here, but
So just to call out a couple other of the drivers, not other coworkers, but because there was the guy. Well, multiple. They had like slight construction going on when we were coming down, so the lanes were a little bit wonky.
Oh my god!
But they were like mostly marked. But people kept splitting the fucking lanes and being in two of them, and they couldn't figure out where they were going, and then they would slow down and just like basically stop in the middle of the fucking highway for no reason.
And it was like, is this an isolated event because that one dude did it in front of me? Is this the only time this is going to happen?
But no, it was like every 30 seconds.
It's like you've been following these lines for like 15 fucking miles, and all of a sudden you go, oh shit,
weird.
Better split them. Oh, that was insane.
And then the other most egregious one was... Well, I guess this was a two-parter as well, but there was also on a bridge where there was less of a shoulder, like a giant dually pickup truck.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like half into the shoulder, but like not blocking enough of the lane that you couldn't get around it in a small car, but the small car that was in front of us turned towards him and then came to a complete stop and then just went around without any issue. But it's like, oh my God, like I had to merge half into the other lane just to make it around. But they would have literally never had an issue, but they literally made every part of that worse for some reason.
It was crazy. We watched it all happen. Like we were watching it happen and just couldn't believe it that he turned into it and then had to turn all
so confused. It's like, how did you think that would go? I can't even fathom what was going through that person's mind at that.
Oh, you know what? This is a good side since we're kind of talking about driving. I guess this whole thing we're going to be talking about driving. Pretty much. But,
I guess we pretty much just glossed over the unload because it was...
We'll come back to that, yeah. This is completely unrelated to the trip. Did you do the last driver videos? By the way, we have to do driver videos because it saves money on the insurance or whatever nonsense.
Yes, that was the lane changes and...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Here at our shop, I don't know where other places, but you know how like everybody knows this, two semis get next to each other and they're like barely going faster than one another or whatever's happening. We always call it a slow pass here at the shop. In that video, they called
it a turtle race, didn't they?
Yeah, a turtle race. What? I've never heard that before.
That's pretty good though.
And also I do have advice. If you're ever stuck behind two trucks that are doing that, quit fucking buying shit so there are less trucks on the road.
Yeah.
That's my advice. And suck it up. You're going to have to wait 30 seconds, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And that's to all the people that were all pissed at us today. That's just sarcasm.
There's a couple of those too. I mean, it's like, even on the parts where it's like a 4-lane highway, you still had people undercutting you for literally no reason. Bro, like there's like 2 wide open lanes on the left, and they'll take the right one to go around you if you're in the second out of the 4. Like, why? Just why?
That's Cali, bro. SoCal, man, where everybody drives like it's almost like Grand Theft Auto in real life. The way these people are driving, it's like weaving in and out of traffic.
Oh yeah, that was the other one. I completely forgot about that in the shuffle too. But that was in Nevada, I think. The lady that like went around 3 trucks and then went into the off ramp at like 95 for no reason too. It's like, what the fuck is your problem?
Just zoom past me. Yeah. Oh man, but we did make it. We made it all the way through. And I guess for those of you who don't know, Beaumont's like outskirts of LA. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the population of it. I
think it said 8,000.
Was that?
Or no, that was the other one.
That was the little town, right before that.
I don't know, yeah.
Riverside has like...
I guess I missed that.
A couple 100,000 people.
Apparently, according to my family members, they were asking me why we were going there, because there's nothing there. So, I mean, yeah. I assume it's not a very large population there either.
The road that we turned off the interstate, to get to the neighborhood that we were going to, it was, a relatively straight road, occasional curves, 50-mile-an-hour speed limit in certain spots with stop signs. There were 4-way stops on a 50-mile-an-hour thing, and they're like half a mile away from each other. Yeah. We could barely accelerate to the speed limit, and this had to stop. It was a ridiculous road. I guess we could get to the unload now, because that's what happened right after. Uh-huh. It was way better than load up.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Relatively simple.
A lot of stuff going to the garage, so yeah, not a whole lot of craziness. But
that's a good point. Where do you put holiday stuff when you don't have a basement? Garage. Thank goodness. Nothing too crazy furniture-wise. Relatively easy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that smoker sucked, but again, their outside stuff wasn't set up, so that also went to the garage. Yeah. And then, bunk bed was a little dumb, but...
Yeah, with both of us working on it.
Definitely made it more reasonable.
Yeah. No tip.
Naturally.
Yeah, that was cool. Drive across the fucking country.
Mm-hmm. Just waste 5 days for a handshake. That's cool. Why not?
Get that per diem. They did up the per diem, too. Was it $45 a night or something?
No, I think it's 50 now.
Is it 50?
That was kind of what I was looking at. And I don't know. They were talking about doing that for a while. I don't think they've actually done that. But they were saying they were going to try and work in something into the mileage charge to make it so that they basically were like forced into tipping. But I don't think they've actually implemented that yet.
Yeah,
So, Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
You with your changes coming. Get your ass in gear, man.
He's like Obama. Keep saying change.
Yep. Change.
The last long haul I went on. Was that with you?
I
don't remember the last one I went on. But I'm pretty sure it was like $40 or like 45. It was more than it used to be because it was $25 before.
It's definitely 50.
Okay. I'm going to have to check.
But, yeah, I don't know, because we did the last one I did with you was the South Dakota, and I don't even know if that actually counts, because we made it back the same day.
Oh, yeah, we totally did. Yeah. And it sucks that we're exactly 14 hours away from home, and there's no way our truck's going to make it. No. It's too slow. So we're going to have to spend at least one more day.
Back up all those mountains in Utah. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be uphill till we hit the Continental Divide. It's when it's going to start to go back downhill. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I still can't believe how bad traffic got.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost instantaneous.
That was like, we hit that perfect storm on the way back, too, because it was like it was like the highway we were on, there was some other highway merging onto it from one side and one merging onto it from the other side. And then it went from like 6 lanes down to 2 or whatever. So yeah, just massive clusterfuck. Get your fucking infrastructure together, California. Gotcha.
I remember that exact spot because I was looking at all that nonsense and I was like, man, this is some shit I'd build in SimCity. Right? This is me not knowing how to build a highway right now. But yeah, now we're just chilling. We actually got beer because we're in California, so that's cool.
Yay.
We're an hour behind.
Yes.
Yes. So it's actually later than it should be.
Technically midnight-ish for us, but it's...
I think my laptop says 11:12, yeah. So it's 10:15 right now, but 11:15 is how we feel. Yeah, that's day 2. We'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right, so we're in Silt, Colorado.
Correct.
I keep wanting to say Slit every time I say it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this place. I've probably driven past it 100 times. Mm-hmm. It's right outside Rifle. I guess, let's see, you took some notes. Do we want to do that or we want to talk about the day?
I think let's talk about the day first.
Okay.
I think most of these I can get through pretty quick, but
okay.
There's a couple things I'll expand on as we go.
Okay. We started in, was it Barstow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started in Barstow, California, drove across 4 fucking states again. Today was our longest day.
Yep.
It was almost the full 14 hours.
That is correct.
We went pretty balls to the wall on this trip. Didn't really get a lot of good, like, crazy stories because we just did it. Been doing this all day.
Mm-hmm. Again, similar to the first night, just in reverse. And stopped in a lot of the same places on the way back, which was kind of funny. But yep.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to note because it reminded me when we were leaving California is like driving up and down hills here in Colorado. I'm sure if you've driven on I-70 or anything, you see the signs where it's like trucks go slower because they're big scary hills. California has the same shit because they got lots of mountains there too. But they have those signs in the cities that tell the trucks to go slower.
Yeah, that is true.
I always follow the speed limit, but nobody follows that speed limit.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, not in the least. Everybody was speeding the whole time. It was crazy.
I mean, we did have immediately the first person that passed us did the exact same thing that I was talking about. There's 3 open lanes, and they had to undercut us for no reason.
Immediately, right when we got on the highway. But what else? We have California. Then we rolled into Nevada again. Got to see Vegas from the other direction. I never thought about it before, but yeah, that Vegas sign is not on I-15.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know where that is, because, we definitely did not see it.
There's probably some old highway or something from before the interstate system was in place or something like that.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Anything happened around there? Not really.
Yeah.
Then we kept going, rolled into Arizona, got a whole bunch of traffic. Like you were saying last time, it's like 30 miles or something like that, at most, that we're in that state. And it was construction the whole time.
We went down to one lane, and of course everyone was being fucking stupid assholes about trying to merge in.
Yeah.
Left a gap for this guy, and he just refused to get over, and then they wouldn't let us over.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Ridiculous. Saw a couple people just get on the shoulder and drive for like a couple miles up the shoulder. You put your hazards on, you're all good to go. Then back into Utah. In Nevada, we stopped at that same Love's to get gas. I think that's one of your notes. So coming down, we stopped at that Love's, and then coming back, we stopped at the same one. It was a convenient location. But when we stopped there the first time, you were going into the store already to grab something, and I was just getting my stuff ready, parked the truck. Some guy, this is for people who know us kind of personally, this is a bit of an inside joke. Some trucker comes up to me and goes, "You aren't so little." It's like, motherfucker. I
even start with me.
I am 12 hours away from home right now. You're doing this to me here. But yeah, that's just a funny little note. Utah. Nothing exciting. Oh, we saw the daytime version of all that stuff.
True.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, we'll finish off the rest of the kind of day thing before I get into that. But
yeah, we're trying to figure out where we could get to doing our DOT times. We have strict regulations. We can only individually drive for 11 hours in a day, but as a group drive for 14.
Yep.
So we pulled 13 and a half, pretty split down the middle today. Yeah. We were trying to make it to like Breckenridge or maybe Vale or something, but we ended up stopping here. It was a safer bet, and it was a good call too.
Yeah, ended up being pretty good because especially that first little stretch being back in Colorado is not the most fun to drive at night, but it's all right.
No, not a lot of traffic though.
Yeah,
that was a redeeming quality there.
Absolutely.
But we made it, and we went to one of 4 open restaurants. Got that lovely McDonald's. Oh yeah, for lunch today.
See, that was I was gonna get into a whole food thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And kind of tie all those together. I know we brought it up, but going back a couple of days too. So we stopped at a place called Chow Hound. In what was that, Green River?
Yes,
which we also stopped in for gas.
Oh yeah.
But
yep.
One of the details that we forgot to mention about that, food was good, but the chick that was working the counter looked exactly like a female version of old Tanner, who's been on the podcast a couple of times as a special guest.
Yeah.
So we both thought that was real funny.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It looked so much like Tanner, but female.
Mm-hmm. And then, moving on from that to then we hit a Denny's last night, which I don't think we mentioned. That was also... Food was good. Chick that was working was having a real rough day and kept making a point to mention it, which was also kind of funny.
Yeah.
And they were liars. They had a sign right inside that said always open, and they were closing right as we got there. But anyway.
We were like one of the last groups there.
And then, getting up this morning, the breakfast at the, whatever that was, Comfort Inn or whatever.
Definitely the worst meal of the trip.
Very lacking in almost every area.
It was worse than the McDonald's I just had.
Mm-hmm. It was the thinnest bacon I've ever seen in my life. It was like see-through. Not good at all. They had eggs, but they had no cheese, no sauce, or anything really. Potatoes were okay, and that was about it.
Coffee was terrible.
Yeah.
I was real disappointed by that. Whatever.
And then, moving on to
lunch today.
One of the better meals on
yes,
the trips,
yes.
for sure. We went to a place called Sushi Burrito Number 5.
Killer, dude.
And absolutely fantastic.
You got to shoot me that picture.
Absolutely.
You took a picture of it. It's literally a sushi roll the size of a burrito.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Fantastic.
It's so great.
It was very good.
Yeah. We almost didn't stop there. I think we were like weighing our options and stuff. And I was like, that place sounds ridiculous enough to try.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, and the only other thing was there was a place called like Brad's Food Hut or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we were joking about going there just because,
yeah.
That was who we were in contact with the whole day in the office was old Brad. So.
Yeah, he hooked us up with this hotel. Yeah, that highly recommend if you're ever in. What city was that?
That was in Cedar City.
That was Cedar City. Yeah, that's right, because it was right across where we stayed.
Yeah.
It was right across from that Applebee's we
Exactly.
Those locations really lined up. It's kind of surprising. Yeah, what else you got
Let's
on there?
see. Okay, so on my list too. So we need to keep our Bible update going. We did not do well on that last night, but that's okay. But the hotel we stayed in last night in Barstow was the only one to have a Bible so far.
That's true. That's true.
It's
exceptionally surprising
that we found.
No Bible in Utah. No Bible in Rifle, Colorado.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
I guess a couple kind of mixed together too with that Denny's. And the gas station there was the only place we've been to so far that had a mask mandate, which we found a little bit odd as well. Especially, went to several places in California, and most of them didn't give a fuck, but that was the only one that they had something of any sort of substance.
We went, there was, the In-N-Out had a sign that said, unvaccinated people need to wear masks.
But, yeah, that's, the only other thing that's even been...
But
remotely close to that.
Kind of related to that, Utah is the only place I've ever been that had billboards saying "Get your vaccine."
True.
Yeah, I've never seen it. There's a whole bunch of them too. I guess those Mormons need to keep their population up, so they better get them. But they don't drink or
I don't
do caffeine or anything.
But they do they're all innately in large groups to begin with, and they're constantly in gatherings of large groups, so I guess I do kind of understand it from that perspective.
It sort of makes sense.
Yeah. Lots of fellowship going on around there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then kind of on the vaccine thing, we were talking the other night about it, and I forgot to bring it up, but my vaccine card has kind of a party piece that I thought was funny. I ended up thinking that I lost it at one point, and if that ever ends up happening to you, there's a lot of good apps. There's a My Colorado app, has all your information in it if you ever lose it and you need to find that again. But I was showing it to a couple other coworkers, and it got knocked under the bed. But the place that I went had observation times, and the end of observation times on both of them that I got is 420.
Oh, 420, dude!
Classic Colorado.
That's awesome. That's what we were saying as we were rolling into. Look at all the weed stores. We're home. Mm-hmm. Got anything else on that list?
Just a couple of other minor things. As far as the internet's concerned, we were kind of in and out quite a bit, but we're trying to keep up with stuff. Kudos to the people in Ukraine, and good luck out there. Stay safe.
Do what you gotta do.
It's been a little bit rough for both of us being nerds and seeing all the updates about Elden Ring and not being able to play it yet.
Soon.
Gonna be very excited to have a couple of days off when we get back and really dive into that.
Yeah.
And I guess that's pretty much it. That's the important stuff.
I'm sure there's other stuff that I've meant to mention, but when you're on the road for that long, it's just, you start to go blank. Mm-hmm. You can't remember stuff.
Listen to a lot of stand-up and comedy today, too.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Fun to mix it up. You can download some stuff. Highly recommend it. If you ever go on a road trip and you've never listened to like stand-up comedy, it's great filler. By the way, Denver has a stand-up comedy station, so if you're around there, you can always tune in. It kills time. It's a lot of fun to listen to. Highly recommend it. We're almost home. We're like 4 hours away. Mm-hmm. We'll do a final part. We'll see how well it turns out. We kind of have an idea of what we're going to try to do. But we'll see how it goes.
That'd be interesting.
Stay tuned, and hold on, what am I doing? Well, you'll hear us in a couple seconds here. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, there's the background noise I'm used to. We're coming to you from scenic, the back of our truck.
Yep.
We made it.
I got a photo for context so you can see what we're about to try and clean up. But, yeah.
It's time to fold some pads.
Indeed.
Today was real chill. After busting out those 13-hour days, a 4-hour drive was fucking nothing.
Yeah. Best breakfast probably that we've had so far too, so that's definitely a bonus.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think. They had biscuits and gravy.
They
and
did.
The biscuits were actually soft. A lot of times you get that and, man, it's just a
fork
brick.
and knife them and it still is like almost impossible, but yeah. Didn't even need the knife, just a fork and
oh man.
Pretty solid.
I totally called the shit. God, that laptop's so dirty already. We're folding our pads. They're always dusty. It's just people dust mostly.
Yeah.
We do have a special way we fold them so they're all like the same direction and stuff.
Long is wrong.
That's right. Long is wrong. I'm sure there'll be plenty of background noise since there's a big ass highway right there. We're gonna be stomping around.
It's frozen, that's why.
Oh, found a frozen one. Yeah.
Did not straighten out. Now I know why. It's frozen. Alright.
Can't make a nice rectangle if it's frozen.
The more you know.
Yeah. Just maintenance shit. Ugh. Yeah, we'll snap a picture when we're all done too. Make it real nice. I guess we really didn't stop anywhere today. Just at that one gas station.
Quick gas station, yeah.
If you're driving this truck tomorrow, hopefully you don't have to go too far because there's not a ton of gas in it. It's over a quarter tank. That'll get you to Denver or back at least.
Yeah. Somebody will be driving it, but
yeah,
it sure won't be one of us.
Nope. Get some time off. After driving 36 hours in the last 4 days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, technically, today is one of my set days off, so I'm already getting a little screwed. But
that's all right. They're totally fucking me over because they're going to go to the manager meetings in Texas. So I get tomorrow off, which is my normal day off.
And then you get put in the office, don't you?
Yeah, then they're putting me in the office on Tuesday, which is the day after, which is also my normal day off.
Yeah.
So they're really giving me the shaft here. I'm going to talk to Brad. We might not do that.
Yeah.
You guys don't need me in there. I don't know if James is going to be in there every day. I might look at the schedule.
Probably not a bad call.
Before I leave. Yeah. Give me all the background sound effects of us fucking moving shovels and folding pads and rolling up fucking straps.
I might try at the end too. We'll see. I might try and get some clean noises of like dropping a pad on the floor and Clenching up a 1-inch and stuff and trying to make a drum beat or something out of some dumb back of the truck noises.
A little plop. Drop of the strap in the strap bucket there.
Never know.
Yeah, how's it going to turn out? We don't know.
Make a song out of anything these days.
I should have grabbed the broom on my way out. Oh well.
That's alright.
Oh my god, that laptop's so dirty.
Oh yeah, it's getting the
Fucking
grass on there now.
Oh, by the way, if you're having us move your fucking lawnmower, how about you empty it out, you fucking heathens? They didn't empty it out. We put it in storage, and then we put it on our truck and took it to fucking California, and it's still full of grass clippings. It's what the hell?
I mean, at least on the upside, they have no grass in their yard, so that they're not going to be using it for.
Yeah, their mud yard out there
makes it even more pointless.
This is actually going to be interesting. We're going to see how long it takes to fold every single fucking pad on our truck. I don't think I've ever timed it or anything before.
I mean, if we had gotten back like 10 minutes earlier, we would have had some help potentially.
Oh, was there an add-on, or they just had to kill time?
But yeah, they were just sitting around.
Oh, okay.
Their customer couldn't go till 1. So. Dewey was saying they've been here since 10:30.
Oh, great.
So, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. We had our opportunity to potentially wrangle Jake in for one of these, and we missed it.
He'll do it someday. I ask him when he's around, and he's always like, nah, not today.
Yep. Alright. That's why we'll just have to tape him to a chair and make him come.
He'll get there eventually.
I like to make songs of clips of him laughing.
Yeah. It does have a very distinct laugh.
But the best part is everyone's got a parody of his laugh, but it's based on Rao's parody of his.
Yeah. Imitation of an imitation.
Yeah, exactly.
See, get a nice slide noise here. Rocking the truck, crunching stuff. It's gonna be a tough one to figure out what I want to include in. Got all this background noise and not really talking about anything.
And again, yeah, it was very uneventful today, so
yeah, easy 4-hour drive. I don't know why anybody want to live in California.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they're all moving here.
Could be.
Except for those people. We could drop $11,000 and not tip.
Yep. So, California, my Colorado, or whatever the fuck that stupid saying is.
Not a native, but a transplant. My poor laptop. We're slowly moving farther away from it.
Hopefully that'll help. We'll see. I don't know.
Have to put it upside down or shake it. And we're not doing it right now, but there's a lot of cases where you play some music while you're doing it. Because you know you're going to be in the back of the truck for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time, you do it before you leave the place, wherever you were. Kind of a special circumstance for us. Most of the time, the crew leader will be doing paperwork or whatever, and the other dudes on the crew will start folding. Keep that efficiency.
Depends on the job too, yeah. If there's enough in the way, you just kind of fold them as you go, and then you don't run into that problem too.
Yeah, if we're like halfway through the truck and we haven't folded any pads, someone will just go, bad party?
Yeah.
Bad party, bad party. Just like that South Park episode. LaCroix? LaCroix? That shit was real fun.
That was cool.
Fucking shitty people.
That they are.
Shitty people come to our town. They're shitty money.
Bottled water.
Bottle what?
Metal bottled water. Wi-Fi. Oh man.
Getting there.
What is this guy doing?
Finding a place to turn around.
Yeah. It's quite the thing there. The old anal raptor.
Was that Derek saying that shit? Every time you see an RV, he had anal in front of it.
Yeah, well, I've heard that for years and years.
Yeah.
That was still, yeah. One of my favorite ones was the one that we gave to Boot as a nickname, so we had to go back to that storage unit twice in a row, but they had one that was the Dutchman, so he was the anal Dutchman.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
I like it. Oh yeah. I see all them sound waves of every single thing we do. The ASMR portion.
Right.
It's probably decent sound in the back of this truck.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. My other joke was I was going to try and write a sea shanty type of song and fold the pads in rhythm. It'd be pretty funny.
We'll make a music video.
Yeah. Somebody up in the attic doing like a Halo theme song or something.
Oh, I'm trapped. Okay.
It's a trap. Oh, I guess the other thing we can talk about for a second before I forget to, we ended up watching some professional cornhole last night, and it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it's what they play on ESPN at 1 o'clock in the morning. And after that, professional axe throwing.
Yeah.
If it's almost a sport, you got it.
Unfortunately, our favorite athlete didn't win. His name was Storm Hog, but pronounced it Hogue, but yeah.
But Guy made it.
Pretty funny. Yeah, and then Matt Guy was the other one, and he ended up winning.
Oh, M Guy won the singles. Yeah.
Matt Guy? No, Matt Guy.
Yeah, Matt Guy. And Storm Hog, or Storm Hogue.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the first one?
Yes. Yeah, sorry.
Found it.
Should have pointed that out.
It's a nice little plot.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. I need to try and get some clean ones after the fact.
Getting pretty close.
Less editing to do.
Yeah.
Mash them all at the end and then just send me a clip.
Pad noises. I think some of them are coming in pretty good. I'm going to watch this one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Go home, boot up the old Xbox, place it over.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to install it.
I hope it already installed for me. I don't know. I did pre-order it a couple days before we left. So in theory, it already downloaded.
Yeah.
But I did not stop to make sure that it actually did already.
Yeah, I was reading this morning that the Xbox multiplayer doesn't work still.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'm playing a single player pretty much for sure.
That is literally exactly the least of my concerns with it. So.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Somebody trying to almost run into our truck.
Yeah.
Seemed unnecessary.
Maybe they're green colored light and just see straight through.
That's bizarre. Curious where that water came from. Alright. What did it take us? Almost 15 minutes?
Yeah, almost 15 minutes. That seems about right. Cool. Yeah, that's the end of the podcast. I almost said vlog, but there's no video. A blog, maybe? I don't know.
Someday maybe we'll upgrade, but yeah, not quite yet.
Cool. Well, we'll cut it there. We'll see you next week. Let's get some clips of bad noises.
Yeah.
See you later.